migrated to Gulf countries for jobs in construction, healthcare, education, while others moved to Europe, North America for better opportunities. Egyptian culture spreads globally through food, music, and traditions. Ancient Egypt was a trade hub, attacking Nubians, Greeks, Persians, and Romans. Alexandria became a culture melting pot, while workers and artisans migrated to build pyramids, temples, and other projects.
We explore how migration has shaped Egypt's culture, past and present. Egypt has always been a crossroad of civilizations. Let's meet people who've experienced migration firsthand.
I moved to Egypt for work. Cairo is busy, but I've met many Sudanese here. We keep traditions alive while learning from Egyptian culture.
I fled the war in Syria. Egypt welcomed me, and now I run a small Syrian bakery. Egyptians love our food, shawarma, kunafa, and more.
Cairo is always full of life. When I came here, Sudan, it felt overwhelming, but now I feel like it's home.
I understand when I first left Syria, I was scared, but Egypt welcomed me, and now I run a small bakery.
That's amazing. What do you sell?
Mostly Syrian sweets, baklava, kunafa, manmul. Egyptians love them.
Of course, Egyptians love good food. I work in textile shop and many of the fabrics are.
Even though we're far from our countries, we keep cultures alive here.
Yes, migration is not just about moving, it's about sharing cultures and building a new life.
Despite being from different countries, Amira and Yusuf find similarities in their tradition. Migration doesn't just bring change, it also reveals connection between cultures.
Look at these Sudanese hibiscus biscuits in Sudan. We make karak tea with them. Do you have these in Syria?
Yes, we also drink kharagade. It's amazing how our cultures are connected.
That's the beauty of migration. We bring traditions but also learn from each other.
Speaking of learning, have you tried Syrian shawarma? It's different from Egyptian kofta.
Not yet, but today is the day. Let's eat and celebrate our journey.
As they enjoy their meal, Amira and Yusuf represent the millions of migrants who make Egypt their home, blending culture, traditions, and dreams into one shared experience. Backstory. Welcome to ancient Egypt, a land of great pyramids, mighty pharaohs, and a center of food trade and migration. People from different regions come here to work, trade, and settle. Let's meet two travelers, Amira, a merchant from Nubia, and Yusuf, an artisan from Greece.
Back home in Greece, we carve from marble, but here in Egypt, we have learned to sculpt with sandstone and paint statues with vibrant colors.
Egypt's influence spreads beyond its borders, just as Yusuf learns Egyptian techniques. Egyptian art and architecture inspire distant civilizations.
One day, I hope my statues will stand in the great temple of Karak and Luxor, honoring the gods of this land.
I see Egyptian merchants selling linen and papyrus. In Nubia, we use different fabrics. Perhaps I can introduce our textiles here. Through trade and craftsmanship, migrants like Amira and Yusuf contribute to Egypt's culture in exchange of goods and knowledge strengthens the civilization and connects Egypt to the world. Egypt is a land of opportunities. I will return to Nubia soon, but I will always bring back something new from here. From the ancient past to today, Egypt has always been a center of migration, welcoming people from different lands to trade, art, and shared knowledge. Migration has shaped the history of the great civilization.
Nile. It flows through the vast Sud swamp before meeting the Blue Nile at Khartoum, Sudan's capital. The Blue Nile, sourced from Lake Tana in Ethiopia, tumbles down the East African highlands, carrying seasonal rains.
The Nile was Egypt's highway, allowing people to move between Upper and Lower Egypt. Nubians from the Kingdom of Kush, modern Sudan, migrated to Egypt for trade, work, and military service. Egyptian pharaohs also expanded south, bringing Nubians into Egyptian society. Egyptian sailors traveled across the Red Sea to trade with Punt. Modern Somalia migrants from Punt may have come to Egypt to work in markets and temples. Egyptians brought back gold, Icenies, and exotic animals from these origins. Egypt was connected to Greece and Lebanon by sea. Great artisans, trade, and merchants migrated to Egypt, especially during the Ptolemaic period after 300 BCE. Alexandria became a major city with a mix of Egyptian, Greeks, and other Mediterranean people.